In this video, we'll look at finding a min or a max in a word problem using complete the square. So suppose, for example, the cost of whatever is given by the equation c at n, where c at n equals 2.2 n squared minus 66n plus 700, where n is in minutes and c at n is in dollars. The cost at n minutes is in dollars. So first, let's find the minimum cost, and then at how many minutes does that minimum cost occur? Well, both questions I'm going to find the answer the same way, which is as soon as I see the word minimum or maximum, when I'm in standard form, my move's going to be complete the square. Again, since I'm trying to find a minimum value, minimum is the vertex. How do you find the vertex? Vertex form. How do you get to vertex form from standard form? Complete the square. So let's write the equation over here. You might want to watch the video on how to complete the square before watching this one any further. Nonetheless, here we go. When I'm completing the square, first pull out the number in front of the x squared, or in this case the n squared, but pull it out just from the first two terms. I'm going to pull it out from just these first two. So 2.2n squared divided by 2.2 leaves just n squared. And now I'm going to need my trusty calculator. I want to know what's negative 66 divided by 2.2, negative 30. So I get n squared and then minus 30n. That's from dividing negative 66n by 2.2. But the 700 I leave out from my equation. At least from my common factoring part of my equation. So now, again, if you know how to complete the square, you'll know it starts with finding the xtc, which is just the number in front of the x term, in this case the n term, negative 30. And now take it, divide it by 2. It's always divided by 2. I get negative 15. And then square it. When you square a number, you always get a positive. You can do it in your head. 15 times 15. What's negative? And I'll just show you here. Negative times a negative is a positive. So you could have done all this in your head to get 225. But it's okay to use a calculator. Okay. So now I get 2.2 stays out front. It's going to be there for the rest of the question. Inside the brackets, I still have the n squared, and I still have the negative 30n. I haven't changed anything. I'm just going to add this number, the square, plus 225, and then minus 225, and leave the 700 out in back of the equation. Okay, keep that 2.2 there, but now complete the square. These first three terms make a perfect square with the div 2. Again, please watch the complete the square video if that doesn't make sense. And so I get a perfect square of n minus 15 squared. But now this last term has to pop out of the brackets, and when it does so, it gets multiplied by whatever's in front, the 2.2, and plus 700 stays out here. And then the last part is rewrite the 2.2 and the n minus 15 squared. But now let's calculate this final term. We're going to need negative 225 times, let's put it over here so I can see, 2.2 gives negative 495 plus 700, and we get plus 205. We've completed the square. We have the equation in vertex form, which is nice because now we can answer the question. What is the minimum cost? So my answer is going to be the minimum cost is whatever the vertex y is here, which is 205. So the minimum cost is $205. We can call that's the answer for part A. And for part B, when does this minimum cost occur? It occurs at whatever the vertex x is. Remember to flip the sign. This is negative 15 in the equation, so it's positive 15 for the vertex x. So it occurs at 15 minutes. So what have I done here? Found the minimum cost and when it occurs, that was done by completing the square. When you've completed the square, you've got vertex form, and the vertex y tells you the max or min. In this case, it's a minimum. And it tells you when it occurs. It's whatever the vertex x is. Don't forget to flip the sign.